Literally, I was saying, minus all of the stolen Native American decor.
After all.
And the childhood abuse. This is definitely physically
Diary's probably in Marianne's room. I should go check.
My favorite aesthetic for, like, if I had a house and they were like, you can literally do whatever you wanted, I'd be like, okay, random shit, weird wallpaper.
Oh wait, her house has room has the princess thing on it.
Yeah,
so she is the princess.
Yeah, very healthy to tell your children that they're goblins and you're a princess. Super
healthy. And that the goblins serve the princess every whim.
So this seems a little Celtic. Am I wrong in thinking that?
I don't know that I would know enough to.
It seems like there's some fairies, and so it looks like maybe at least European folklore looking on this door.
Hold up.
What?
Remember this?
Unfortunately.
You must solve my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
Break the door down.
A good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean, yes, we could brute force it, but it might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
I cannot believe.
Yep.
Hand it over.
Well, didn't they say that they also, one of the stories was like the goblins earn the right to speak or something?
What are
oh
you
my
looking
god.
For?
The image on the door. It's making me think of a story from the book. One that Marianne wrote.
You have a way better memory than me.
Well, the Book of Goblins was my creation.
And you'll never let anyone forget it.
Here it is. The one about the princess's party. Give it a read. I think the symbols may represent something in the story.
First ghost memories, now storybook puzzles. What a weird day.
What a weird childhood.
Touché.
So, in concept, I'd be like, wow, what a cool mom. Apparently she sucks, though. Okay.
Oh. We might want to reference the book.
I know, I'm just looking at, I'm just trying
mechanics.
Yeah, the mechanics, and I'm absorbing it.
It's giving me Midsummer vibes.
But this is definitely the energy of someone who goes, like, all right, for literally no fucking reason, you have to solve my fucking riddle.
Mm-hmm.
You know how everyone always makes those jokes, like, yeah, when I build my own house, I'm gonna be really fucking annoying. She really did it. She did it.
So, wait, go back. It's the princess's party is the one. Or maybe we haven't seen it.
I'm gonna go to the index and just...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
15.
Okay, once upon a time in TB4, the princess was melancholy because it was one year anniversary of when she had to run away from home. Sensing her sadness, her forced friends showed up at her door. They were headed up by the pelican, pious and attentive, organized by the moose, stalwart and farsighted. The old bear was there with his claws so sharp, as well as the big frog prattling away. Even the haughty muskrat, who almost never had time for anyone, had come. The bear invited her to ride on his back, promising no wolf would harry her path, and then the animals led her to a fairy glen where a fabulous party had been prepared. There was a buffet of seafood the pelican had served from her never-emptying beak. The air was filled with winking fairy lights the moose had arranged after clouds filled the sky, and the gregarious frog mixed up fizzing drinks. Only the muskrat had done nothing in particular, mooching off everyone else's hard work. The princess had a very good time at her party, such a good time that she forgot to say thank you to any of her friends. Noticing this, the fairies devised a bit of mischief. When the princess went to open her gifts, she found 3 identical boxes at the edge of the glen. Puzzled, she turned back and gasped. The entire party had vanished. "Because you have taken your friends for granted," called the naughty fairies. "We have hidden them from you, but we like games. Guess who has given you each of these presents, and you'll get your friends back." So...
There's more to the story.
The princess opened the first box. Inside there was a torch, which when lit revealed the truth. Said the princess. "Someone wants to make sure I don't get lost in the woods when it's dark, and that I always see right from wrong. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that?" She opened the second box. Inside there was a magic sword which would leap right out of the bearer's hands to defend them. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I am protected if I'm ever under threat. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? She opened the third box. Inside there was a bag of coins that always provided money if it was for something the bearer, I was going to say beaver, the bearer truly needed. Said the princess. Someone wants to make sure I have money to buy food when I'm hungry and clothes when I'm cold. Which of my friends would give me a gift like that? The princess thought about her friends, and then she smiled certainly. Fairies, she said. I may have been thoughtless, but I appreciate all that my friends have given to me and all that they have done for me. She gave her answers, and the vexed fairies were forced to restore the party in a flash of colorful light. One by one, she gave the animals a hug and thanked them for the presents, the party, and all they had done to help since she'd moved into the forest. And that is how the princess celebrated her first anniversary in the woods.
I think the third one is
the
bear.
bear? Yeah,
for sure. So the second box, a magic sword would leap. So that's a frog, I think. Someone wants to make sure you're protected.
Wait.
Because a magic sword which would leap out of the bearer's hands. And the second one is a torch when lit revealed the truth. Someone would make sure
go back to the other. Who would have a torch? Wait, there's no. Oh yeah.
I think the frog would be the sword simply because it said the word leap.
Uh-huh.
But so okay, wait.
Oh.
Pelican pious, attentive, and organized. The moose, stalwart and farsighted. Old bear was there, claws so sharp, and big frog prattling away. So I thought maybe the
moose.
No, so
would be the torch, like to see things.
Oh, you're right. And then maybe it would be the bear who would be the sword, according to the.
Well, it said that like it was about food and never being cold, so I kind of thought that was like a bear.
Yeah.
But
who almost never had time for anyone. Okay, I'm gonna reread this. Sensing. So I also think they're implying the past of the mother, who's like she probably ran away from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. Big frog.
We know for sure it wasn't the muskrat.
Yeah, just. Old bear was there with claws so sharp, as well as the big frog prattling away, even though the haughty muskrat, who mostly came out. Wolf would harry her path. Leader of Fairy Glen. So maybe the moose. Yeah, I think you're right about saying the moose would be the torch.
Yeah, so moose, frog.
Yeah, let's try moose, frog.
Bear.
But imagine, like, she seems like such a cool lady, but I guess not.
I think I'm just gonna force this open.
Don't.
You sure? We're not in a rush, and we'll have to fix it.
Solve the puzzle. So let's try bear being the middle.
Yeah.
And then who would want to make sure? Maybe the pelican? Oh, wait, the picture. Hold on. If we look at the picture, I remember. Oh, thank you for the cheers. Sorry that we can't really acknowledge that right now. But there was another one where the pelican was making sure that she had enough. You know?
Mm.
So maybe the pelican.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, because I remember there was another story where the pelican was making sure she had enough stuff.
I got the far-sighted moose right.
Yeah!
And boom, we're in.
Wait, how is that light on?
Yeah. Magic. Like, she gave the room the Stacy treatment with the colored lights everywhere.
I relate too much to the mom, and it's worrying me. It's making me worried about, would I be a terrible mother? Like, what if I'm so eccentric I start thinking there's a demon hunting my children?
Oh.
After so many years, I expected this to feel more, like a win.
Speak for yourself. I'm the one who solved the riddle.
Why do I feel like you're not gonna let me forget that?
We also were not allowed in my mom's room.
Where do you think we should start looking?
I don't know. Where in this mess would she stash someone else's personal thoughts? Sewing lessons were the absolute worst.
She made all our clothes. I'm sure she needed the help. And I, for one, am happy I can fix a torn seam.
I just can't get through. Whatever's going on, they won't let me in. They used to tell me everything, but they shut me out, Tessa. They've shut me out. I've had so much on my plate lately, and they're convinced I'm the enemy, and I don't know why. I need them. I need my goblins.
We heard her crying. We listened through the door.
Seeing her like this, as if she's still here,
It really sucks.
she was really coming apart those last few months, wasn't she?
It's like it's cool but very creepy and like yeah.
The way that she talks about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you can tell I don't know, something about it just feels like they're her things more than they're her children. Does that make sense?
So she was standing here, spying through the window, drawing us while we played.
She always had her eye on us.
My entire body just shivered.
Yeah, it does make it seem like she kind of built this fantasy world where her children as goblins were kind of her servants, I guess, or some like not her, that she didn't see them as her kids, but more as like accessories to her fantasies. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. I also was going to say that it gives off the vibe, like a similar vibe to like parents who think of their kids as their friends as opposed to their children that they're supposed to take care of.
Yeah.
Like you often see that happen with like either, I mean, not exclusively, but a lot of times with like single parents or like children of divorce, where the parents kind of treat their kids as if they are like mini adult friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of parents who actually, where they get especially close to a child
All this
who's
place
the
needs is a
opposite,
quick clean, and it'll be ready to go. If
who's
only.
the opposite gender, not in like a
Creepy way.
not in like a sexual way, but in an emotional way, and that's like kind of where you get like overbearing mother-in-laws and stuff, because they get their emotional fulfillment not from their husbands but from like their son, and it's not in like a I think they're my husband way. I want to be clear about that, but it's definitely unhealthy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm getting that vibe from her where she just, it's not an appropriate.
Well, speaking as a child whose parents got divorced and it was messy, like there were definitely a lot of times where both my parents used to cross that boundary of like what is appropriate to tell your child about their other parent when they are literally still a child, and like,
or like coming to your literal child
for advice
or emotional support.
Oh my god.
So it seems as if like it's not like she had bad intentions, she just didn't have good, like she seems like a child herself, which in itself isn't bad, especially if you're a parent, but you still need to know the difference between like indulging in being childlike and still being a child. Does that make sense? Well, let's see what kind of...
Oh, this explains a lot.
We're mostly full. She was too stubborn to take medication.
We can't really respond to bits right now, so we will later, though. We really appreciate them, though. Thank you.
She always had to have a picture of us close by.
Why this picture, though? I mean, do you see the expression on our faces?
It definitely seems like she might have, in my opinion, if she was a person who had to run away from something and she still considers herself a princess, she might still mentally be in whatever situation, whatever mental state she was when she ran away from whatever it is that happened to her.
What if the Mad Hunter was like
Her dad.
or her, I was gonna say her ex-husband, or like, you know?
Yeah, that could be it. And
What if she ran away from the ex-husband, like husband with the kids, and the Mad Hunter was the husband trying to find them?
Yeah, I would say, I don't think this would be completely out there, but like I'm also saying this completely based off of nothing, that if she was somebody who probably came from like an abusive home, an older man comes and like rescues her, that often happens when you're like really young, and so then you don't really develop emotionally, because men who seek out girls like that don't want them to grow up emotionally so that they can keep controlling them. And if she ran away, she would still mentally be whatever age she was whenever all that happened, so she might have like never grown up.
Oh, I was thinking
Emotionally.
about the running away was from like, yeah.
Like, if she came from an abusive home, a guy groomed her and married her, and then she ran away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm thinking, like, what type of person would run away and still be mentally a child?
Yeah, I mean, they haven't talked about their dad at all, so that makes me think that, like, you know, she could have also, like, run away while she was pregnant and had them entirely on her own. Have they talked about their dad?
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, their dad probably met their mom when she was probably, like, a teenager from, like, a shitty home, which is usually something that happens, and he was probably older. This is coming, like...
Yeah, I was going to
This
say...
is complete guess. This is a
is
complete
yeah.
guess, okay? And so I'm just thinking, like, if you didn't develop past, like, thinking about fantasies and stuff, you would be a kid, and then you would get pregnant, and then you would run away. Or something. Or, like, at some point she got pregnant and then didn't fully mature into an adult. And so there's, like, a bunch of different things that could have happened that resulted in that.
I hope we get some more information on that, because that's a lot of,
She
like...
and Tessa were best friends. Until suddenly they weren't. Wonder what happened.
Either Tessa got sick of Marianne's moods, or Marianne got sick of Tessa's judgment.
That's why I said, like, that's just me, like, going out there and assuming.
You mean you're theorizing about a Dontnod game? Watch out, everyone! Here she goes.
I just assuming, like, if she's still in the fantasy stage where she's a princess, and usually princesses need to be saved, but she never got to be saved.
I think that the hunter is going to end up being
It's
like...
here.
Their dad,
Yes.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
for sure.
Do you think she read it?
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
He's like, don't look at me while I read this.
And he reads it's like, today I ate an acorn, even though my mom told me not to. Oh, see?
Aww.
Virtue-seeking youth camps. Alliance of traditional families. What? So there's the book there that says Raising Your Transgender Kid.
Tyler,
What?
look.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense. She was mad, right? She was mad I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She
That-
can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
That would suck.
Well,
Yeah.
that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of sense.
That was not comforting to say. Rude.
10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off.
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be a jaded joke, not comfort.
Yeah.
I think I need some air.
I would be so confused.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you have this horribly traumatic event where you had to defend yourself. And you have to come to terms with, like, she did this to me because of who I am. And then you find out that might not be true. And then you're just confused.
Or even just like, you don't even know if it wasn't true, but you're like, wait, there's other things that I didn't know? Like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I had this, like, you know.
Yeah. I would be so... I would be
confused
so...
and hurt.
Yeah. I don't know. That would be a lot for me to figure out. Which is kind of... that'd be a lot.
Are you really, really sure? I am. Do it. Okay. Here we go.
I really like that Allison's always just like,
Let's do it.
yeah, 100%.
Whoa. Is it all gone? Yeah. It looks
Aw.
amazing. Really? Yeah. I can't wait to show Mom. She's been so sad lately. More than sad. She's been scary. Yeah, but not tonight, though. It was almost like a party. Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel more like your brother. Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut. Mom? Mom?
What if the dad's been using the house?
Wait, what's out there?
God. Ugh. Okay, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying. Okay.
Oh.
Mom?
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Wait! Stop!
I would not be able to handle this. That is too much
Oh my
for
god.
me.
Well, yeah, I could definitely see why someone would be in like a residential facility for 10 years after something like that. Because that is a lot to process.
Glad we found your diary.
Me too.
I guess she was trying to figure out where you were at.
Yeah, well, she should have asked. I wasn't some goddamn research project. I was her child.
About the book.
Raising your transgender child? Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005? Was she trying to figure out how to support me?
Maybe.
But she wasn't trying. She never...
It doesn't make sense. I know. You cutting your hair was what set her off, right?
Allison, she read my diary. She already knew. It wasn't my hair. And if we were wrong about that... Fuck.
You think she read it. It's possible she never even opened the diary, and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did, and they aren't...
God, Tyler. Sure. I mean, we could have been wrong. But what good does it do to ask the question now?
You mean other than not having to live with the thought that my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Tyler, I know you want there to be something to find. Something that'll make it all make sense. But she was unhinged.
So that's it then. She was crazy. Nothing else to say.
I think we'd be better off if we tried to move on.
Why don't we talk to a few people who knew her? See if that book makes any sense to them.
People don't want to talk about Marianne. They pretend like that night never happened.
What about Tessa? She was Marianne's closest friend. Let's ask her about it.
Sure. But I'll warn you, she's particularly touchy about this subject.
Well, maybe she'll talk to me. I was always her favorite.
Operative word was. But we need to go by the store anyway, to get a few things for the repairs.
Great. 2 seagulls, 1 stale hunk of bread.
I'm not sure I like that analogy.
Listen, I know you don't want to keep talking about this.
But you're obviously not going to be satisfied until we do. So let's talk.
You've been on edge all day. Is there something more going on with you?
It's nothing.
Pretty sure it's not nothing. And I'd like us to be on the same page.
I thought we were on the same page. Sell this place as quick as possible and move on.
Look, I've already explained why this is so important to me. Why are you still dragging your feet?
It's just with the way you avoided this place for the last 3 years, I thought you wouldn't want to spend any extra time here.
Oh. So that's what this is about.
Maybe a little. Yeah. It's just... You graduated 3 years ago. And this is the first time we've seen each other in person.
It's not that I didn't want to see you. I just wasn't ready to be Tyler in Delos Crossing.
I tried to visit you. I tried to go to your fireweed graduation. I wanted to bake you a crappy boxed cake and take awkwardly posed photos.
I know.
But you shut me out. All I got was non-responses and half-assed evasions.
Look, I didn't want to see anyone. I just started testosterone. And, oh god, I had the worst acne. My emotions were all over the place, and the smells... Allison, the smells... Men smell bad.
I know. I've dated a few.
Look, I needed some time to figure my shit out before I asked anyone else to try. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So, I was thinking... Do we need to be in such a rush to sell this place?
We've been over this, and we both agreed it's time for a clean break.
I know. Trust me. I'm not talking about staying for long. Just long enough to get some answers.
And you think this house has those answers?
Maybe not, but it's a place to start.
Well, it would be a shame if there was something to find and we tossed it out. How about we start digging without putting off the sale? And if it seems like we need more time, we'll talk about it then.
Okay. So, we have a plan?
Yep. We ask around about Marianne, but we also stick to our repair schedule.
If that's really what you need. Alright. Deal. Ollie's diary. It's been a long time since I heard that name.
Was I the only one who ever called you that?
Actually, no. I used it at Fireweed for a while, until I settled on Tyler. Most people were pretty chill about the switch. Not everyone, though.
What do you mean?
I had a mentee who refused to call me Tyler. He didn't want my help. He didn't want anyone's help.
I'm sorry. I like the name Tyler, by the way.
Thanks.
I do really want to quickly want to say that although I am not like trans and cannot speak to Tyler's representation, I really like his character a lot. So
I think there's a lot to relate to in terms of just going through a lot. Do you want to read his diary?
Mom and Allison argued again. At least I'm not the only one Mom is screaming at now. Mom almost seemed jealous we didn't tell her what we were planning to do in the forest. Allie thinks we should tell her about our voice. I think she knows already. Mom seemed really upset when I asked to join the hockey team. Like it's wrong for me to play a boys' sport. I'm going to keep asking. I will try again next week. She said no again. I'm so mad at her. Why does she always say no? Why doesn't she ever let me do what I want to do? Allison and I started writing a story. Well, Allison did. She didn't like it when I tried to change anything. Why can't one of the goblins be a boy goblin?
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there was a name that was scratched out like heavily. So I think Ollie was, this is my guess, his first chosen name. And then he might have moved on to a name he felt even more comfortable with.
Yeah.
But I think the reason the mom might have freaked out about this journal wasn't about him being trans, but maybe that they had magical powers.
Saw Star Wars yesterday at Bobby's place. Luke was so great, but Mom found out we watched it and got so mad. She said it gloried war. Zoom, zoom. Saturday, 5th of February 2005. Oh, you can tell Europeans made that.
Yeah.
Would Mom be happier if I could do what she wanted me to? When she looks at me, she just doesn't see me. I wish I could show her. I wish I could make her understand. I think she doesn't want to. Allison told me again that it was my fault Mom got angry at us. She is such a suck-up. Mom's barely said anything to us in a few days. Allie said she saw her throwing away pages from the Book of Goblins.
Do this, do that. I am sick of her voice, and I'm sick of that dumb name too. I'm Ollie, the goblin.
I think that there's just, like, there's a lot to relate to here about, you know, going through difficult times, especially with your parents, and, like, you know, finding acceptance and identity both with yourself and, like, with the other people in your life.
If you squint, you can almost forget Delos Crossing's only a few miles away.
I'm sure Marianne tried to.
Can't blame her.
We're headed there for supplies later. You ready for that?
Yeah, but I was really enjoying a day without assholes.
Just a little longer, and every day will be asshole-free.
That might be asking a lot. I think we should head out right away.
Already tired of the view?
Just finding it hard to relax and enjoy it with so much on my mind.
Go ahead. I'll catch up. Need to respond to a message.
My sister, the social butterfly.
Maybe she's getting married to that guy we saw, and she was like, he's gonna love him.
Trespass.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
You got 5 seconds to talk me into defending my property.
This is not your property.
Your property?
5, 4.
I'm Tyler.
Don't know any Tylers. 3, 2.
Sam!
Ellie? What are you doing out here, girl?
This is our house.
Was I talking to you?
Sam, put the gun down. This is Tyler. My brother.
Your brother? Oh, shit. Huh. I guess I heard about all that, but I never... Damn. You look like a real man.
So do you, Sam.
We're about to see some microaggressions.
You know what I mean. I just didn't know they could make a woman look almost like a man.
Oh, God.
Not a woman who looks like a man, Sam. A man. A real man, just like you.
Oh, shit. Guess I'm the asshole again. You gotta excuse us old guys.
I really don't.
Come on. You kids keep changing the rules. You can't expect us to keep up.
Just respect the people are who they say they are. It's not
Yeah.
hard.
No, it ain't hard, but it just takes some getting used to.
We'll get used to it, because we aren't going anywhere. So, what are you doing here exactly?
Oh, well, I've been kind of keeping an eye on this place for you, you know? It's like patching the roof, checking the pipes, and all that stuff.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, thanks,
yeah,
Sam.
yeah, that's no big deal. I just, you know, your mama, she was a special lady. She deserved much better than, you know, what you got.
Okay, David 2.0, saying all the wrong shit all the time.
Didn't you used to help Mary Ann with repairs and building projects?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seeing as your mama never had a man around, I just took it on myself to help her keep this place standing.
It's me,
How
toxic masculinity man.
Love you.
Thanks. I guess you two are still aiming to sell the place?
That's the plan. Which, by the way, we need your keys.
Since apparently you went and changed the locks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, selling your mother's house? Are you sure? Bad or good? It's all you've got left of her.
No one has to.
Yeah.
Do you want to be rude?
Or a few bad memories too.
Yeah, I also
Not
murdered
all.
her in here,
I'm
so.
sure the gun she tried to kill us with is still
Self-defense,
somewhere in there.
Tyler!
What?
What Tyler means is, a fresh start is what we both need.
Of course. This place has got to be full of all kinds of bad memories. But maybe some good ones, too.
He's been squatting here. No, he hasn't. Ooh.
Allie, can you hear me?
Ty, we can't do this when we're in the middle of talking to someone.
But this is pointless. He's hammered.
He's always hammered. And who knows? Maybe it'll make him chatty. Now come on. People think our family is weird enough.
Everything okay with you two?
Yes.
No.
Oh. All right.
Did you help with her door?
Her door?
The puzzle on her bedroom door.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you two kept sneaking in, giving her no privacy, huh? You ever solve it?
Yep. Better late than never, I guess.
Never solved it myself. I mean, not that I wanted to. Guess you know all your mama's secrets now, huh?
Well, she may have one or two left.
How well did you know her?
Not as well as I thought. When I heard what happened that night, well, I figured people were bullshitting me.
It really surprised you, didn't it?
Much as anything ever has. Other folks say they saw it coming. Not me.
I was gonna say I really like what they did with the texture on his cheeks. Because I don't know if you saw, but he has those like red veins on his cheeks that people get when they drink too much for like years and years and years. Because it breaks like little blood vessels under the skin. There's like a thing on that people get on their noses too when it. I don't know. I just thought it was like a really kind of cool detail that they didn't leave. That they mentioned that he's like hammered right now, and then they kind of like put that on his face.
They're always doing that shit.
It's like I don't know. It's kind of cool.
There's all that detail.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever there for just no reason.
Which drives us nuts.
We're like, wait, what does it mean?
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
Maybe
There's no more questions.
I guess I could ask him a few more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all of them.
We should get going.
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
Yes.
He's too wasted to be of any more help.
I'll tell him to get a move on then. Well, we've got a supply run to make, and Uncle Eddie's expecting a visit. So,
Right. Yeah, of course. Get going, you two.
Sam? We all gotta get going.
Oh, of course. Of course, yeah, I got lots to do myself. Lots of to-dos on old Sam's list. And you don't want to keep Brown waiting, you know?
Thanks for looking out for this place.
Happy to do it. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Anything at all. You hear?
Okay, this
All
guy's
right,
kind of
so
weird.
there's like something going on.
Sam?
Huh.
The keys?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah, they're yours. This place, it meant a lot to your mother. It almost felt like it was a part of her, and it's like some part of her is alive here still.
Hopefully the house doesn't turn out to be a murderous psycho that tries to kill us in our sleep, huh?
Yeah. Well, take care of yourself, both of you.
It kind of weirds me out that he implies that he tried to get into her bedroom.
Hey, so we really do have a lot to do.
Okay, go on. I'll be right behind you.
Did you see on his hat it was La Belle Carpe with a fish?
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Do the fish fear him? And do the women want him? Nope.
Fish fear him, that's for sure.
I don't think they do.
Fish and women fear me.
I think that women hate... I think women fear him and fish don't even want him. Nobody wants him. This guy kind of weirds me out. Not that he probably did anything bad, but he's like, yeah, I used to try and get into your mom's room when she wouldn't let me. What?
I mean,
What'd you say, sir?
I don't know. My brain was filling in like majorly like dread or danger music like through that whole scene.
I know. He was kind of... I don't know. Something about him was like... Didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Where he was like, yeah. Just that one line where he's like, yeah... You know, I couldn't figure out that thing either. And you're like, what? When were you here trying to get in that room?
Yeah.
Sir?
I mean, he's been taking care of the place for the past 10 years, so I would assume at least sometime then. But it sounded really weird because it clearly sounded like he meant, like, while
when she was alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but something about him just kind of weirds me out.
Can't wait for all the Mr. Jefferson stands to be like, he did nothing wrong.
Ready to Veni Vidi Vecchi?
It could just be that I don't like being
I'm
around
ready to
drunk
talk
men.
to Tessa.
That too.
Like, it really could just be like, I don't
And
like...
he has a gun?
Yeah, actually, you know
Try to
what?
keep
Fuck
in
that
mind
guy.
Your memory of her is 10 years out of date.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be if she reached out to me while I was in Fireweed, which she didn't.